Hello, financial fans. One thing we can say about 2022 is it is a year which has given us a present in that. 50 years from now, we can tell our grandchildren that we were around in 2022 and just tell stories about all the things that happened, especially on the downward slope, certainly in the stock market. My portfolio. My portfolio year to date down 17.8%, almost 18%. And the S&P 500 was down, but it is not down as far as my portfolio. The S&P 500 is down 16.99%, so about 17%. The Qs, the NASDAQ QQQ index fund, down 30% year to date. The IOO, which is a 100 NASDAQ biggest stocks worldwide, 12.78 is the downward movement there, which is not too bad compared to the other indexes we've talked about so far. The diamonds, the Dow 30, that's probably where a lot of people were smart to put their savings this past 12 months. The year to date, diamonds, Dow 30 down 6.82%. So it's still down, but not down as much as the other indexes. Now suppose you had invested instead in a mutual fund for oil sector. The two ways you might have invested: DRIP, you bet against the oil sector, and GUSH, you bet in favor of the oil sector. GUSH fund has risen 70% during the year to date, and the DRIP fund has dropped 73.45%. So we can look at some stocks here that have numbers which normally would be considered pretty good numbers for those people who are getting ready to invest, and who knows, this might be the bottom. Who can tell in today's market? Well, we shall look at the numbers and see, beginning with BLDR, that's the symbol for Builders FirstSource Incorporated. And it closed Friday at $67.54 per share. It was off over 1%. And after hours, it's down 2/3% to $67.08 per share. Column on the left, 2/3 of the way down, 52-week range for BLDR. The 52-week low, $48.91 per share. And the 52-week high was $86.48. The volume on an average day, a little over 2 million shares trade every day, and this stock is considered to be undervalued. These pages come from Yahoo Finance, my favorite place to go to find out the latest information on stocks and companies. Middle column, third item down, the PE ratio 4.19, which is indeed very good, and low is good. Under 10 is very good. 4.19 is excellent. Earnings per share, $16.11 per share. Also, take a look up there at the number two item in the middle column, the beta. This stock moves around about twice as much in an active market as the market is moving, and it moves in the same direction, but that varies a little bit. But a beta of almost 2 is pretty good if you think the market is on its way up. And the earnings per share, as I said, $16.11. Forward dividend and yield, no dividend. The 1-year target, however, $79.07, which would be an excellent move upward, and something like that could very easily happen. Next we look at Eastman Chemical Company. EMN is the symbol. The closing price Friday $82.33, and that was down 1 penny. After hours, look at there, EMN is up $2.84 over almost 3.5%, 3.45%, $85.17 a share. The 52-week range for EMN, the low was $69.91 and the high was $129.48. So this stock has lots and lots of headroom, and it's currently at $82.33, and it appears to be moving up after hours. The earnings per share, $9.02. The PE ratio almost the same, 9.13 is the PE ratio, under 10. The forward dividend and yield is small by comparing it to inflation. The dividend yield is 3.84%. The 1-year target estimated to be $91.41. So again, that would be a good move upward, and we shall see what happens with EMN. Next we look at Shell. SHEL is the symbol. It was down over 2% on Friday. $54.96 per share was the closing price, and after hours it went to $54.90 per share. And the 52-week range, $41.23 was the low and $61.67 was the high. So it is sort of in the middle there at $54.90 right now. Average volume, a little over 5 million shares trade every day, and this stock is considered by the experts to be overvalued. The beta is very low on this, 0.68. It does not move as wildly as the market when the market is swinging back and forth. PE ratio 4.8, that's very low indeed. Earnings per share $11.44, and the forward dividend and yield again low compared to the rate of inflation. The dividend yield is 3.64%. 1-year target for Shell, $67.84. So again, that would be a nice move in the upward direction. Last we'll look at Westrock Company, symbol WRK. The closing price on Friday was $35.07, and it stayed at $35.07 after hours. The 52-week range, $30.08 was the low, and $54.78 was the high, so it is closer to the low than it is to the high. The average volume, 2,177,000 shares trade every day. This stock is considered to be undervalued. The PE ratio, 9.71, so that is under 10. I like that. The forward dividend and yield, 3%, so again a small yield, but it is a yield. And the earnings per share, $3.61, easily takes care of that forward dividend and yield. 1-year target estimate, $40.75, which would be a very good gain on your investment if that should happen and you happen to hold a few shares. And I thank you very much for watching.